Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On first down, Lance flushed out right. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Evans. That's swung out wide to Sanders. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Evans will look to throw it. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Now Evans. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He will find his man Chase complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. On 2nd and goal, Lance. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 3 yards out. And the Niners are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Norton. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So for Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Being chased out left. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. To throw again. That's complete to Slayton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. 12 yards on back-to-back play. As Sanders has it pumped free. And now it's scooped up by the 49ers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here, out to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Lance eluding the pressure right. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And the Niners...
It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through San Francisco. It's the Panthers and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but
one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
no doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to work for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. Mitchell. Oh, a heck of a move. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
On 3rd down, Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
56 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners have struck first in this NFC title game. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And here comes a return from just... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On second and 11 now. Wilson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
On third down, Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
With it is Jackson.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a run.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Wow. Christian McCaffrey.
Throwing on second and long. Lance steps away.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
135 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Let's go!
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He'll buy some time right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Ravens. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On third down, Jackson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Jackson to return, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. First carry now for Trey Sermon, and he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. On play action, Lance rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And CD, one of the big stories everybody's been tracking this week, the head coach of this offense, looking to become just the second coach in NFL history to win 5 Super Bowl titles.
And let's face it, the respect is there already.
And this is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl, and a long one at that.
And the 49ers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Jackson's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Jackson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
He spins free. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, I can certainly...
Here's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language.
maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Now a play fake. Lance. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the one. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Trey Lance
Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Niners are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
They'll try and throw for it.
And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown.
But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.